Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the wiggle and the jiggle. Doing something new. I wanted to show you the product of the month as I don't have it yet. I'm just going to go through and show you each, sorry about the glare, each piece of paper. It's really pretty if you like vibrant, and you know, they always look better in person. Come on, there we go. So if you like them at all here, you're going to love them when you see them. Little ombre going on there. Hi, Janet. Thanks for watching. Aren't these pretty papers? Again, I'm sorry if I'm wiggling and jiggling. I love this too, how it fades down to the different colors. Here's some artwork that you can see. Don't want to spend too much time, but just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what it is. Now, how do you get this paper? You can get it for $5. Yes, it's regularly like $16.50 for a pack of this, but you can get it for $5 when you spend $75. Now, you can only get it once, but they do have, okay, now we're done. So, hold on a second before I tell you the rest. I'm going to be moving, so you're going to see some of my desk. I'll try and go slow, but you might want to close your eyes just for a minute, okay? Until I get set up. Yep, there's my coffee. And you can see a little bit of my messy desk. All right, here we go. Wish me luck that everything works out. Okay, not too bad. All right, so as I was saying, the product of the month, you can buy it once, but next month, if there's still some available, and that's a big if, you can go back to December's, January's, and February's and buy one of each. But once you've bought the one, that's it, you're done. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And if you spend 3 times the $75, somebody do math for me, then you could get one of each. If you have not bought them in the month that they came out, and if they're still available. This is a while supplies last, and then they're gone. When they're gone, they're gone. The first month in December was a paper pack, blues, hues, and you can see that as well online. The second one is a stamp set that I'll be showing you today. Here it is. It's this one right here, Fabulous Saints. I love this stamp set. Okay, and then the last one is the one I showed you on the computer. Alrighty, so what are we talking about today? As always, thank you for shopping with me. Appreciate it. Keeps me going. Keeps me coming to you. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about the stamp positioner, okay? You've maybe seen some videos out there. I thought I would do a little bit of my version, and I'm trying to think of different ways that we can utilize this product and make it a real good bang for our buck, okay? All right, you can get this free this month. How, you might ask? I was able to get it in a 2-week window span. So that way I can show you and let you know how to get it for free, which is join Stampin' Up. You can be under me, you can be under whoever you want, and this is part of your kit for free, okay? If you say, well, I don't really want to be a Stampin' Up person right now, all right, that's fine. You can wait till May when it comes out in the May annual catalog. All right, let's get busy. There's a little all language brochure here to look at. Okay. I just kind of went, oh, okay, because I had seen a couple videos. All right, so what does it come with? It is a platform that has a soft squishy on the back. There's none of those little tabby things to fall off. Yay. It's also got measurements in both the metric and the inches. It's got these little bumps, important. It's got these little bumps here, important. It's got these little pegs that are bouncy. It's got 2 magnets with little nice handles to pick them up. If you put them down the backwards way, they're a little bit harder to pick up because this is kind of lifted a little bit. Okay. And then it comes with your plate, which hooks on those little nubbies. Also has little spring nubbies here. So, boop, stamp, done. Okay. Also has, oop, and I'm messing everything up on the side. Also has this nice little one. It has the squishies on all 4 sides, and it has 2 holes up here. So what it's meant to do is to go up here, stamp, which is what we're going to do first off. But there's even better. So that's what the stamp positioner has, right? But you can buy this grid paper, which has all these little baby holes up here that correspond with all these little baby notches down here, okay? And this is item 169442. I don't think I have the platform number, and I don't remember how much these were. I just went, ooh, put it in the cart. Hold on. So again, you can either get it for free this month or get it in May. So it is Stamp Positioners, what it's called, 167768. Okay? All right. So, grid paper. And this will clean up. It's nice and smooth. There's no edges anywhere but up here. Let me get rid of this. Oh, I suppose I should go back to Facebook and make sure. Give me 1 second. And make sure that I'm where I want to be. I knew I'd forget this part. Okay. 1 more second, please. Thank you. How was your sunny day? We have a very, very sunny day. There I am. Okay. A very, very sunny day, but it was so cold this morning. It was frozen over. The cars were just like really frozen over. So we are just going to find the first nubby. Where is it? Hello. Oh, I'm so nervous. Let me sit down. Okay. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm usually very calm. I guess it's because I haven't really played with this a whole lot. I've made like 3 cards. All right, there we go. So now you have even more. You have grid line. So when you line this up, this does have a little bit of wiggle in it, so but you can line it up with this grid, okay? Which is what's going to be important today. Another thing that somebody else told me, thanks to Laura for one of the card ideas, and I can't remember who had told me this. I was watching one this morning. This is an inch distance, okay? Just keep that in mind. All right, so we are going to line this up. This is Sending Love, and you can turn it this way, okay? We're going to do that. I'm going to get rid of this one for a second. All right, and this is going to be interesting with my, hopefully my head doesn't get in the way. All right. So we're going to position that where we want, and I know it sticks to your fingers. Then we're going to put this down. Another important thing, make sure Stampin' Up! Is looking at you and it's the right side up. Obviously, you can't stamp it this way. I mean, I guess you could, but you don't have the fabulousness of what this will do for you. All right, so again, I'm going to have to stand up and look around my ring. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, my head might get in the way. I'm just saying. So I just want to make sure, and I'm going to pull it down. Maybe that'll help. Okay. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I can use the grid paper and make sure that I'm lined up, or you can just kind of push it on here and it straightens itself out. Then we just push it down. Oop, put our magnets so we hold where we need. And pick up our stamp, okay? All right, and we're just going to use what I have out here. This is Misty Moonlight. Move that over just a little. And you can either, so, another tip, don't get your fingers in the ink. Oh, well, you know, it's bound to happen. Watch out for these. You don't want to ink those up because then it's going to get on, possibly on your project. So you can either walk it across like so, or you can turn it over just like when, you know, you're inking stuff up. Or we can do that. All right. So, get it going around the right way. Poke those little holes down. Give ourselves a little centering. Hopefully that is. Stamp. Stamp. Nice. But I want that a little darker. So let's ink it up again. And this will be the test because I can't see if I'm straight. So we'll just do that and ink it up again. Ooh, I like that better. Okay. Now you could just continue to go on. You would put it down on the next one and stamp and just keep going down. Obviously you have to move your magnets around a little bit. Okay. All right, let's clean it. Just have a wash rag here. And there's also another way that you can do this. So I can, remember I told you there was a little triangle on this part right here? I can put this, and we're going between these two nubbins and this little triangle groove, if you will. And I don't want to do it with that one. Excuse me. Again, we're going between these two little nubbins and that triangle. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up so you can see it. So there's the little triangle. Hopefully you can see it. And we put our paper in there. Okay. And now I'm gonna use this one again, even though it's not the one I used before, but that's okay. So now we are going to ink it up. Ink, ink, ink. Put it down. Straighten her out. Stamp. Now we don't have to clean up our background, right? And then we're going to move our magnets so they're close but out of the way. And I better ink it up a little bit more so you can see it. But you could go ombre, you could go rainbow colors, anything you want. So set it down on the next two pegs, make sure we're flush, and stamp. And I can just keep going down to the next one. You want to keep your magnets a little bit close, and so on, okay? So I can make a diagonal out of it, okay? And let me show you, let me wash this off. Sorry for my arm reach. Okay, get that out of the way. So, here's a better look at the thank you, and I just added in some stuff, okay? And then you put that on a card. Here is the card that I made with the sending love. So I just used 4 different colors, made sure I went off, and just added some more bits. And oh, talk about adding your fingers into the glue. I just see that I'm missing one of my little daily bobs, and it was here a second ago. I don't know where it went. Oh well, I'll find it later. It had another 3rd little envelope there. So there's that card. So this will be card number 1. I always like to know which ones you like. And this is just another look at what you could do. Okay. And the next thing I want to show you, I'm going to use the back side of this one. Okay. And we can turn it around the right way now. And we're not going to use this one. We're going to use, let's see. Let's take a leaf out of here. So this is the Greenery Lane that has the washi tape and the dies that go with it. And I'm just going to pick one I haven't picked. This will be interesting. I'm going to pick one. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to pick one that I haven't picked before. Just this one. And we'll see how this works, like I said. I have another one to show you. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. I am going to show you how easy it is to color in something. So this is going to work. I have to remember what I've been doing. This is going to work the same way as this, how I put this down, okay? So we're going to line that up. This is going to be a really good test. We're going to line that up, and we're going to position this over this. Now it kind of lines up and it kind of doesn't, okay? And then we're going to take our big stamper. We're going to make sure that the name is there. Actually, no, we can still use this one. Let's use this one just for, because I already used the other one. Pick up our stamp. Make sure we're in the same spot. Let's ink that up in Old Olive. Okay. So we're just inking that up like we normally would. Position it. And as you set this down, it's above where it's going to stamp. Okay. So it does give you a second chance. And then we just stamp. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And like I said, it doesn't exactly line up, but that's how the stamp is supposed to be. Now, if we were doing this outline, we do it the same way. We just use that little corner to our advantage. Ink up our stamp. And if you need to, you can do it double stamp. Okay, I'm doing that one. I'll try and mess up on this one. Let's just get half of this. Let's really mess up. Okay, turn this around. I hope I'm talking enough that you can hear me. All right, so hopefully you can see that is really not inked. All right, and let's make sure. Sorry, I have to look around my ring, camera, and everything else. Stamp. Oops. Ooh, I actually like that. But for argument's sake, we didn't like it. Stamp it up again. Put it on. That's better. Kind of like that too. All right, so you can do first, second generation, whatever you want to do. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's clean this off. Just your chamois would be good. I just happen to have a wet rag here today. So I'm going to close this up because I stuck my fingers in it twice. This one. That's why the tips of my fingers are blue. All right, so what did we do after we had all this done? I took some new paper. I actually cut this out. Oh, it'd be nice if I put it the right way. And I made a happy birthday. A little bit of ribbon, a little bit of black to tie in this black and that secret C. And there is card number 2. And this is actually, yes, it is card number 2. Card number 3 is similar, but a little different. You're still going to do that exact same thing, okay? But you can do it with critters. And thank you to Laura Beecham for showing me this. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cute? Little bunnies and the chickies. And I just put a square where all the bunny bodies overlapped. Because obviously, you know, they're going to overlap unless you really pull them out far. You could do it on a scrapbook page and put something in the middle and have them further out. They wouldn't be quite as close as this, but it would still work. Okay? So that's card number 3. And then I also wanted to show you that you can use this grid and you can use this in a different way. And use, like if you want to do a 12 by 12, let's put it where I can see it. Let's give ourselves a little bit of room. All right, so I'm going to put this down here. I've got my words, right? Sending love. And I'm going to ink them up. And remember that that is an inch. Well, I guess it doesn't matter right now. It doesn't matter. Let's ink it up. Like I said, this is new to me, so I'm sure I'll find other things and I'll come back and say, oh, that was really dumb. I should have done this. But you can use this grid and this grid paper to make sure, sorry for the head, make sure that you get it right where you want it. So I'm just going along this edge on the grid, and then you can just move it along. And you can even use this grid to say, okay, I want a 1/2 inch from this E, so I'll move it down to there. Still need to line up on here. Ink it back up. And then I want to be 1/2 inch there. Sorry for my head again. And magnets in the way. Get out of the way. There we go. And so then we can go all the way down the line. And then if we wanted to come back and put something in between of these little bits, we can simply take this off of here. Just going to set this on there. And we can pull out a heart. Right here. And we will position this again. And let's see. This time I have to be a little bit more strategic. I am looking at lining this heart up here. And yes, you could go through and stamp this, but could you stamp it at the same height every time? I couldn't. Okay, and it might not be enough room there, but we'll do it at the end. So now we need to hold this down. Let's put this up here a little bit more. Hold this down. We're going to put this right side up onto here. Pick that up. That needs to be a little closer. We're going to ink it up. Put it down. Stamp. And then we could go down here. Oh, I guess you're going to have to find the right one because remember about those inches. So let's go down to the end. Here is our line. We want 1/2 inch. Let's see if this is 1/2 inch. Okay. So obviously, I don't remember what I did on the last one. And stamp it again. So now we've got it at the same height, the same place. So I just went through and did it with Wishing You Well. So you can go across the whole 12 by 12 because there's nothing holding you here. So your paper can be as big as you need it to be. And you could do this all along the bottom of the page. Okay? That's what I wanted to show you there. What else? I don't know what else right now. We'll continue to play with it. It is going to be a great tool. You're going to want it. You're going to want to be ready. Have your numbers ready. Mark your calendar. Set your Alexa to the alarm on the first Tuesday in May, when the annual catalog goes live. Okay? And if you need a price or anything, let me know. When it gets closer to May, we'll double check. I know what they charged us, and I don't know, it should be the same, but it's well worth the value. It's not that much money. It's less than some of the other stamp positioners out there. Yay. Love the grid paper. Would definitely make sure you pick some of those up. Even if you don't use them on here, just for your crafting and stuff. It's a great pad to have. Alrighty, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Oh, let me do like I always do. Thanks for sticking with me, Janet. And I would like to know 1, 2, or 3, which is your favorite? And if you're going to buy the stamp positioner, which kind of idea do you think you're going to try first? And let me know when you get it if you find some other things. I may try and do another video next week, and hopefully try and think of some other things you can do. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I appreciate it.